athlete this past spring. And it's got some blazing fast speed. 2:01.800. She ran at the Brooks PR Invitational. Let's see what her and the rest of the field can do here. And ladies and gentlemen, we are underway with our sweepstakes races here at Woodbridge. So Buchanan was 4th last year here, and they're 3rd at NXN. Ranked 2nd right now in the country. Our favorites coming into this race, again, by a narrow margin, under Union Catholic. Our top returning team, though, Santiago, California team, led by Braden Combe, who was 9th last year. And individually, we have an absolutely stacked cast. Kiara Daly, one of our favorites coming into this one as well. She was 2nd last year with a 15:28. The senior looking to make that a win here this year in her senior season. The Stanford commit also has battled a lot earlier this season with her future Stanford teammate, Jalen Williams, who's another phenomenal athlete in this race. If you want to talk a little bit about an athlete that embodies toughness, look no further than Jalen Williams. She was at the top of the high school running scene as a sophomore when she placed 7th at NXN. But last year, she got an Achilles injury, which completely derailed the beginning of her cross-country season. She thought, maybe this season is just not it for me. She didn't even run a 5K or 3-mile race until the California State meet. She finished around in the middle of the pack and thought, maybe this is the end of my season, but I'll just go out and run Foot Locker. And there is when she jumped back onto the top of the national scene. Jalen Williams, just a true athlete of absolute determination and getting through difficult times. Just a phenomenal runner. As I mentioned, Stanford commit. She signed with Brooks earlier this past summer. She's already also run 16:03 this year, a blazing fast speed early on in this season. We'll see what she could do here in the early stages of this one. Some phenomenal returners as well. Peyton Meineke, 8th last year from Riverdale Ridge. We have Lily Alder, 3rd last year in this race in 15:28. The BYU commit, the senior from Timpview, Utah, looking to make a splash here in that in a possible podium finish for her in this one. So about 3 minutes in here, just over that, and a pretty packed field here to start. Typical of a lot of these races, just really, really fast starts. You can't really go out and take a massive lead from the beginning because you're already going at top-notch speed. To give you a little insight about that speed, to give you some context, last year, again, the top winning time was 15:20 by Riley Blade. 2nd was 15:28 by Kiara Daly, also in this competition. And another athlete, Lily Alder, in this competition, 15:28. To round out that field was Jane Hednegren and Sadie Engelhardt, some phenomenal runners last year, some of the best cross-country runners of all time. Woodbridge is certainly the home of national champions and future Hall of Famers in cross-country and track and field. And look at that. Just a beautiful line of athletes. Competition at its finest degree. You can see the top pack forming a little bit here. It looks like we might have maybe a group of 7 or 8 athletes forming in the top left side of your screen. That's our lead pack. And kind of separating themselves from the rest of the field right now. And it looks like we might have Kiara Daly of La Jolla, California in the lead. She's in a black singlet with red lettering Remember, second last year, so she's looking to flip the script here and get that first place finish. And what a beautiful course here we have late into the night here in Southern California. You can see them approaching that 1 mile marker, and boy, is this fast. 15:20 it looks like as they go across the tape there on the left side of your screen. And it's 15:18 officially. It's Summer Wilson in the lead. Kiara Daly right off her shoulder. Lily Alder in the mix with Macy Wingard, Emily Cohen, Braylon Combe, Peyton Meineke. All the top-notch competitors you'd expect.
Okay, we are now in that late in that first mile in that Bob Day Girls Sweepstakes race. Summer Wilson at third line, our leader at 15:18.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are 16 athletes all within 5 seconds of each other. That is some blazing fast speed, some top-notch competition. And boy, is this going to be a good one. Settle into your seats, folks, because look at this pack. It is still pretty tight here, 6 minutes into this race.
There is just so many people out quickly in this very deep field.
Taking a look at the team standings, you see on the left side of your screen, J. Sarah Catholic making moves here early. 133 so far. And what a story that would be if they could pull out this one. J. Sarah Catholic trying to put themselves on the top of, the national standings. That's certainly what would happen if you could win a race like Woodbridge. Right behind them is Bridgeland, Union Catholic, Santiago, and Buchanan, rounding out our top 5. Boulder, also one of the top teams in this region, looking to make a splash here at Woodbridge. They're currently in 9th through the 1 mile marker. Keep an eye out on them. And look at this group, some steady running right now. And it looks like Lily Alder has taken the lead. The Timpview white uniform in front. Lily Alder, such an experienced runner. She is no stranger to top competition. She already has 2 cross-country races under her belt so far this season. 17 flat and a win in a 2.95 mile course in early August. And then a 16:57 finish for second place in a 3 mile course on September 4th for Lily Alder. Part of the Nike Elite crew we saw earlier this summer, one of the best in the nation already. She's got some blazing fast speed, a 2:07 800 runner, 4:37 1600 runner, and a 4:39. She ran a historic performance at Nike Outdoor Nationals earlier this spring. So, as we make our way down this course, you really don't want to be you don't want to have Lily Alder in range, because that kick finish could be deadly. This course being favorable to a lot of those track runners, a lot of the shorter 800 mid-distance runners. With this being a 3 mile course, with this being relatively flat, it favors that sort of mid-distance runner, and we've seen that over the years, and possibly going to see that some more here today. Kiara Daly right now sitting in second, shuffling for position. And just a reminder, they came through the 1 mile marker at 5:18. So our total clock right now, 9:54. So estimated in about 45 seconds, we should see another split here. Get an idea of what this pace is looking like. You can see on the north side of your screen, 3 athletes now in the lead, and this lead pack is quickly thinning. And Lily Alder looks like maintaining a comfortable lead. Look at that stride. She looks so comfortable out in front. BYU commit. And certainly an extremely bright future for Alder. She's going to go to one of the best programs in the country. BYU has been so dominant for the past few years and throughout history, really. Just a phenomenal program they have over there. And they're getting a good one here in Lily Alder. Such a phenomenal competitor as she leads the way here just past 2 miles. 5:15 on the last split for Lily Alder. 10:34 through 2 miles. Kiara Daly sits patiently in second, and Jalen Williams in third. Williams with a nice move on that last mile, moves up 6 places. We talked about Williams earlier, an athlete that embodies toughness. Watch out for her. And folks, we are destined for a phenomenal race right here. As you heard the PA announcer a moment ago, our top 2 returners are our top 2 leaders, and our number 1 challenger, if you will, and an athlete that hasn't competed at Woodbridge yet in her career, Jalen Williams, right behind in third. You know she wants this bad. She talked with our very own Keenan Gray earlier this week, and she said she was devastated last year when she had to skip out on this meet because of her injury, but now getting a phenomenal opportunity to compete here in her senior season with the best of the best. It is down to 3, folks: Alder, Daly, and Williams. Williams ran the fastest mile there in that second mile split. Just under Lily Alder, though, who's maintaining a consistent pace of 5:15. Williams looking like she's going to the arms here a little bit. Just maybe 3 or 4 strides off our top 2, Alder and Daly. This is where it really gets difficult. The crowd really going to try to support all these athletes now. You can see it. The rest of the crowd swarming the sidelines here. Officially over 13 minutes now. Just a few to go, possibly around 3 minutes to go. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a fast one. Lily Alder maintaining the lead here. She stayed pretty consistent off her lead on Kiara Daly. And look at this. Now Daly trying to make a move on the outside. She's not going to get it. Possibly tried to make a surge here before the curve, but phenomenal job by Lily Alder to hold her off right there, gain the edge, and have the advantage through this curvy path here. Jalen Williams trying to hold on, but that gap is forming right now between her and Alder and Daly. And look at this. It's Lily Alder now making a surge. It's Kiara Daly, on the left side. Daly in the black uniform, Lily Alder in the white over black. Side by side now. And Kiara Daly looks pretty confident, looks strong. A great stride right now, step after step. Making one of the final turns. 14:30 reads the time. You see the flashing lights in the background. The band starting to come all that closer to these finishers. And look at this, the thousands of people in the crowd in the background. Side by side, it's our top 2 returners, Lily Alder and Kiara Daly. going back and forth. Here's Lily Alder with a surge. Phenomenal competition. And who has the closing speed down the final straight here? Alder looking at the side of Daly. And is it Daly now taking the slight lead? And boy, is this going to be a fast one. It is all Kiara Daly, it looks like. Around 50 meters to go. One final sprint finish. Just 2 meters separate the two. Oh, and look at this. Could this be Lily Alder with one final surge? And yes, it is. It is Lily Alder, and she is the 2025 Woodbridge Bob Day Sweepstakes champion. Unbelievable. Lily Alder, 1540. And she is a champion here at Woodbridge. What a finish. Kiara Daly in second, just a second behind her in 1541. And Jalen Williams rounding out the top three with a 1552. What a race. The 10th View senior putting on a show in her final performance here at Woodbridge. Wow. It was a 5:05 final mile from Lily Alder and Kiara Daly. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not see that every day. You do not see that nearly ever. Only here at Woodbridge. And our hundreds and hundreds of other competitors coming in now, still at blazing fast speeds. We have over 90 finishers now under 17:30. That is unbelievable. Taking a look at our team standings now. You can see them on the left side of your screen. J. Sarah Catholic and Union Catholic battling right now. Both with 5 runners in according to our preliminary team standings. And wow. And look at this. No moment to breathe. We're going to have our boys race set to begin here now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Doug Specs Boys Sweepstakes. We'll try to keep you updated on those girls' team standings, but what a stage they've set here now for the boys. A standard here at Woodbridge. Giving you a preview into what we're going to see here on the boys' side. 7 nationally ranked teams entered, 4 in the top 10. Harriman is chasing an unprecedented 4th straight team title. That would be, it was a record last year in back-to-back-to-back wins. Now looking for 4 straight. It is a true national preview. California, Utah, Colorado, and Texas, all with phenomenal nationally ranked teams in this one. Let's start with Jesuit of California, number 3 in the country, led by Isaac Abbott, Lucas Alberts, and Drake Hofferer. They've got elite depth, a phenomenal team running in their home state. Also Harriman, a team that has gotten in the top 3 at Nike Cross Nationals in each of the past 3 years. A phenomenal program that is putting themselves at the top of the list in all-time cross-country programs. They are led by Jackson Spencer, who was 6th last year, our top returner and our favorite to win going into this one. They also have Eli Jarvis, a 38th place last year, and one other thing about Harriman before we move on to our other top-notch teams, they have an interesting way of fielding this Woodbridge lineup. Last week, they competed for some of their spots for this Woodbridge lineup. They had 4 open spots, and so they said, hey, let's throw 7 runners in, and the top 3 will make the Woodbridge team. A phenomenal storyline, and especially for Adam Wardell. One of their athletes was in 4th for their squad at the meet last week, so 1 spot off from being on this varsity squad in Woodbridge, and he ended up in the last 400 meters, a sprint finish to make the team, and ended up getting the #1